I bet by this stage you guys are wondering why the hell haven't I finished yet. Well, I got it all back together and I decided just to do one final check by turning the car on, seeing as I have it still up on the jacks, and just check all the everything's aligned and all that sort of stuff when it's moving before I put the wheels on. And when I did that, I actually noticed the disc was actually coming in and out just ever so slightly, but enough just to be of concern. So I just rechecked. Well, basically I tried to clamp it down a bit more with the wheel nuts, and I found it helped a bit, but not enough, to sort of not worry about it. So what I found out was that this was, it was fitting the disc. I'll just show you. The disc was fitting over the hub. Let me get this on here. So the disc does fit over the hub there, as you can see over here. But at the back, it's got an extra little tiny lip. Let me try and focus. There's just a little bit of lip there, maybe 1 or 2 mil. And that's just enough for it to not sit flush against the flat face here. And while I'm at it, I should mention, you should sand this just to get all that rust off and stuff. And I pretty much have. It still doesn't look too clean there, but it's all nice and smooth. So the process of getting that smooth was a bit of fun. Basically, what I did was just start the car up, grab a trusty file wherever I've put it, and just as the wheels are, or the axle is turning there, I just leant it against that little lip, and just obviously check it every so often, well, quite frequently, basically, because you want it just to get to the point where the disc will perfectly just fit over. You don't want it to be sort of loose on this. So just do it for a little while and then check it, and just keep doing that until you get it, and eventually it should just slip on there. I can show you not everyone will have this problem. These are original axles, so I think that's why it has the issue. If they were aftermarket ones like Moser or something, I'm sure they wouldn't have an issue. On the actual disc, this is the inside, you can see it's tapered there. So I was surprised when I did see that, because I did notice that lip earlier, but I thought with this taper it would actually get over that. And it's not so much on this side. So lesson learned anyway. So make sure you're wearing your gloves for this, guys. Make sure you're wearing these, otherwise you will, bear with me for a second, otherwise you will cut yourself, as you can see there. Sorry. Hey guys, where I'm up to? Well, I've pretty much finished one side, pretty happy. As you can see, I've got this tab on here, which is pretty much what I wanted to show you while I'm under here. So we've got the line coming, the hydraulic line coming down off the diff. Don't ask me why it's in that direction. I think I got the mechanic to cut off one side wrong, but it should clear. It looks kind of close to the exhaust there, but it's not. There's a huge gap which should sit in here somewhere, so it should be fine. But definitely happy with where the handbrake lines are going anyway. So it's coming under. It's tucked to the axle there with that grommet and bracket that I welded on, and then it comes around up here to the system that I showed you earlier. So pretty happy with how it's all turned out. I'll show you a shot from up here. It's looking all pretty clean. So here's a close-up of the tabs I've made. Basically, it's a, as you can see here, just a couple of pieces of metal I've cut out, and 2 grommets. And what you can see there is basically a tab that I'm going to weld onto the axle, and it should beautifully keep the handbrake cable lines in where I want them to be, basically away from the shocks, the exhaust, everything else that they could flick into. So should do the job nicely. You ready? Haha.